So this week's topic of Emunah Mondays was transitioning your perspective. And before we begin, we actually the class was dedicated to a happy birthday to Chaya Dina. Her birthday is on this Sunday, which is it happened normally Tisha B'av. Well, this year it falls on a Shabbat, so it's actually being pushed off until the 10th of Av. So the 10th of Av is actually her birthday. So happy birthday to Chaya Dina. So this week's topic of Emunah Mondays was transitioning your perspective. And the reason I chose this topic was simply because every week we talk about Emunah, we talk about different angles to how to accomplish such a thing. But the truth is, it's really a perspective change. We spoke about acceptance, we spoke about acknowledgement, knowledge, feelings. We've spoken about all these different aspects, but it really comes down to perspective. And it's like a lot of people can go to a shiur, and in the shiur or not like, people will love it. They love the shiur, but at the end of the day, it's like it's hard to apply it. They like it fuels them up for maybe a day or 2 days or an hour or a week, and then they find it just fading away. And it's like, why? And it's because they can't. Their mind is not in that grasping stage of like perspective change. It's like it's more of their knowledge. They're just looking at it from the knowledge point of view of like, wow, this is really good. It all makes sense, but it's the application that they're struggling with. And the application comes from perspective. It's how you're looking at it. When you hear something, how are you taking it? It's like you can see it as the glass is half full or the glass is half empty. Both are true. Again, if you're going off of knowledge and logic, both are true. The glass is half empty, but at the same time, it is also half full. But now it's your choice. It's a perspective. How are you choosing to see it? And that's what people struggle with, is how do you see it in a way that's benefiting to you or uplifting to you? That's your goal. It shouldn't just be, to just fill it with knowledge and logic is everything and this and that. Like that's not the case. It's not the case, because we just explained how logically they're both right. It is half empty and it is half full. But now you have the simple choice of which one is going to lead you to a better life. Which one's going to lead you to be happy or succeed on this and that. And that's the way to take it. That's the way to do it. And yesterday in the class, there were multiple people mentioning things like, free will and, like perspective changes. Like, how do you apply how do you really switch the perspective? Like, I can believe it, but how do you really switch it? And the truth is, it really comes down to open mind. You need to be able to open up your mind, but you also have to understand it's a rewire. If you're 20 years old, it's taking 20 years you're going to have to rewire 20 years of history. If you're 25, you're 30, you're 45, whatever age you are, you have to rewire it. Why? Because your whole life made you who you are now. Your traumas, your experiences, your family issues, your family drama, your past relationships, your current relationships, all of them have played a role into who you are and how you understand things, your perspective. So all it is a rewiring. So if you have to go into it with the mindset of, this is not going to be easy, this is not going to be immediate, and it's 20 years worth of work that I'm trying to redo in a day, a month, a moment. You know what I mean? And when you go in with that mindset of this is going to take a lot of work, you're not expecting crazy results. You're not going to expect crazy results so quick. And it really comes down to the fact of, at the end of the day, understanding, this is a quick perspective change, is to understanding that Hashem is giving you that you have all your needs. What you don't have is all your wants. You don't have your wants. Hashem doesn't promise you your wants. Hashem provides your needs to you. We keep the Torah, this and that, and Hashem guarantees your needs. But now, if you actually think about it, what do people complain about? They're not complaining about needs. They're complaining about wants. And because they're complaining about wants and focusing on wants, they're not acknowledging the needs that they have. And that's the problem. Because anger, frustration, depression, all these things are coming from wants. They're not coming from needs, which is so shocking, because it's like, how do you get out of that mindset? How do you change it? And the truth is, Hashem guarantees your needs to you. He gives you your needs, not your wants necessarily. So now, how do you change that? switch the perspective. How do you make your wants your needs? That's the cheat code. Figure out a way to make your wants your needs, and you'll get it. You'll realize you'll get it. And the famous example is when it comes to money. A lot of men, this is a men thing again. They reach out to me if you want to say otherwise in Snap. I'm generalized that it's more men face it. Is men are at an older age they're more interested in getting married and dating and this and that. And it's like, why? And the reason is because they factor in, I need an education, I need this, I need that, I need all these things. And I need an education, I need a job, I need an income coming in, I need all these things. And it's like, why? Why do I need them? It's because I have to support this family. I have family to support, I have a wife, I have kids, this and that. But reality is, they want it now. It's like, you want to get married now. You'd want to get married. It's not that the guy doesn't want to get married now. It's that he doesn't feel like he can. Why? Because he doesn't have all these things. But the truth is, the reality is, if he gets married, he'll find all that stuff will come to him. Why? Because he just created a need. He can't, an average guy can chill with a beanbag, some ramen noodles, and a TV. We're chilling. As men, we're chilling. But now put a woman into the picture, and it's like, no way, that's not sliding. It's not sliding. Ramen noodles every night, she's not having it. A beanbag? No. Nope, not having it. All these things, it's like, no, they add sophistication to a man's life normally. They do. And that's the beauty in the fact that they're pairing together, is because they are polar opposites. One is completely so easy to please, this and that, and the other one takes more. It takes more to make a woman happy and a woman comfortable, as opposed to a guy. It's like, give me a beanbag, give me some ramen noodles and a TV, and I'm chilling. And the truth is, you have to get out of make your wants your needs. Go get married, and you'll find yourself paying the bills for this. Why? Because it's a need now, and Hashem provides needs. But if it's like, I want to make 6 figures in a month. Your bills are $500 a month. Your bills are $1,200 a month. What do you need $1 million? What do you need 6 figures? What do you need $10,000 a month? Hashem gives you what you need, not what you want. And when you put your wants above your needs, that's when it sets you up for disappointment. That's when you get upset. That's when you get frustrated. That's when you turn your back on God. And it's a simple thing. Make your wants your needs. And if you find it so difficult and you can't understand or figure out how to turn your wants into needs, the truth is, you just don't want it that bad. You don't want it. And that's the truth. So it's like, that's the thing. Going into it is like, how do you really change your perspective? Start your perspective change with that. That's the root of all your anger, your depression, your frustration. It's because you're putting your wants above your needs. Tweak your mind to understand and acknowledge what's a need and what's a want. And if it's really a want and you really, really want it, make it a need. And figure out, spend your time, instead of depressed and angry and it's not, figure out, break your head to understand how you can turn your wants into needs, and that's when Hashem will provide for you. So that was this week's, a quick summary of this week's topic. And again, that was just a little peek into the perspective change aspect, but obviously this is something that you can apply this in so many different ways in life and different things. If anybody wants help in defining it for themselves, please feel free to reach out to me. But again, this is in honor of a happy birthday to Chaya Dina, who's on the 10th of Av, which is this coming Sunday. So thank you all again, and hope you have a great week.